Okay, welcome to today's video. This is our ride for today. A Supermoto 500cc. Okay, actually it's 510, but whatever. Okay, today we're going to discuss about whether wheelies are legal or not. Finally debunk this whole shit. So, let's go. What's up with the wheelies? Are they legal or are they not? We need to discuss this because there's been a lot of casualties over wheelies. Are wheelies legal or not? That's the topic for today. This is my take here in Sweden, and I know that Sweden is way more loose about wheelies than other countries like Norway and Finland, for example, but we're gonna get to that. So, what does the textbook say? What's the law paragraph say? There's basically no law that says that both of your wheels need to be on the ground at the same time. There's no law. Oh yeah, baby. In Sweden, it's deemed as reckless driving. Reckless driving, that is actually the policeman's opinion. Because it's up to the policeman to tell whether or not your driving is reckless or not. There are wheelies and then there are wheelies. If you say wheelie in the middle of the city amongst cars and have no control, that's deemed reckless, and a policeman deems that as reckless driving. But instead, if you're on an empty road and you have perfect control on your wheelie, there's nothing around, no cars, nothing, that is impossible to get anything for. There's no reckless thing about it. I feel like I have some input in this topic just because I'm pretty synonymous to wheelies. You know, the first time I got busted by the cops, you know, the Supermoto versus police #1. See that over here. In that video, I made a wheelie in front of the cops in a tunnel. You know, okay, I can show it here. So guys, I think we have a problem. Yeah. När motorcykeln var stulen?
Nej, att den är körbar. Att inte
är den det?
Ja, det är den.
Yay!
Ja, jag blir förvånad.
So basically you look at the back, no one there, no one at the front. You just pop a wheelie. And then you basically put it down. And then you see, like, no one is seriously around here. This cannot be reckless driving. Cannot. Like, another thing you can get busted for is, of course, that you're speeding. But like, the better you get at wheelies, the slower you actually can wheelie. Like, you can wheelie way below the speed limit. When you're googling this stuff in Sweden, you basically can read about like old posts like from 2003 and 2007 where people says like it's illegal, but it's actually not, because when you look at the recent data, I mean, from the Swedish bike magazine called also Bike, like bike.se or whatever, like according to that they talk about in detail about like driving on one wheel, how that can affect your chances of keeping your license and stuff. And looking at that post, I think I'm not sure how old that is, but that one actually like supports my claims here that it's the reckless driving that is the main target here. All you need to do is actually just make sure that there's no recklessness involved. I think you can imagine what a reckless wheelie is. You can see plenty of examples of wheelies that are not reckless at all, like perfectly executed. What the textbook also says, like the law, Swedish law, you need to have safety margins. Like, what can be deemed as reckless is the fact that once you're on one wheel, you have say 70% of your brake force up in the air, not able to brake. And something that's dangerous, that's reckless, like you can't brake. But the thing is, like, then we can take down the speed, like, oh, and let's say there comes a car, you're like, whoop, and then you can brake. Like, it's not that hard. If you're a beginner, then that can actually increase your chances of getting reckless driving when you're practicing wheelies on the streets. What happened was, when I was pulled over, they told me that they could see that I had control over the wheelie, which is like why it was not reckless at all. Oh jävlar! Did I just skid the back wheel a bit? Our rear wheel is still attached. I find that a success. Oh, we got some air pressure, because that's also a thing that dictates how your wheelies are. Your air pressure on your tires. That's actually a major thing. Either they're super stable or they're not stable at all. Oof, 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 oof. Nice. Oh, now, okay, let's talk about another thing. The whole people getting raided by the cops because of wheelies, because of Instagram and stuff. Like in Sweden, the thing with wheelies, like that is debunked. Like you can't get raided for just wheelies, because you're getting raided for either like, you know, a combination of reckless driving or speeding or like riding without a license. That's actually surprisingly common that people ride without a license, because it's really easy to just buy a motocross bike, a used motocross bike for, let's say, 10,000 kronor, 1,000 euros. Like, and that doesn't need insurance and stuff, so just 1,000 euros back, and then you're good to go. Then you can do your bike life thing. I've heard 3 stories about people getting raided. Like, the first story I heard was in Norway, got raided for supposedly his Instagram. Okay, as a biker that likes to ride freely, if you say. Like, it's always sad to see another biker lose his shit, take the computers, cameras, bikes and everything. Like, that's pretty sad if you think about, like, if that would happen to me. And then we also have another story in Finland where people told me, like, oh, that also happened in Finland, where another dude just, like, yeah, there's a YouTube video about the guy telling about his story. Like, the police come and raid the house for, like, cameras and evidence. Difference between Finland and Norway and, like, the USA and Germany. Like, Germany, whoa, whoa, Germany is fucking a whole another capital there, because in Germany you fucking need everything on your bike to be street legal, like something approved. Like, that's weird. If you live in Germany, rest in peace you. Nej men ja. It all gets more complicated if the person, like, rides without license, because that makes it easy for the police to have something real, like really real, to get you for. Like, wheelies, they can't bust you for anything really if you don't, like, do super duper reckless stuff. But if you drive without license, like, that's easy for the police. So that's like almost handing it to them. Where am I going here? I don't know, man. I know another, like, in Stockholm, a dude on a Yamaha. He got also raided for his bike shit. Like, sometimes these stories, they have street legal bikes, sometimes they're motocross bikes, and that's also, like, giving it easy to the police, because that's something actually, like, oh, you can do that. But people ask, like, oh, why do KTMs be so, like, favorable in Europe, in Sweden? Because these are street legal. Like, I can ride past a cop and just wave, and he's like, hey, you want the smörgåstårta? So basically, Sweden, some say Sweden is a wheelie paradise. I kind of agree, because in Sweden cops need to catch you in the act. No one behind me, it's wheelie time! Swedish wheelies! I mean, in Sweden the police need to catch you in the act. You make the life easy for the cops if you basically have a video of you wheeling, and in the same cut you basically show your face and stuff. So that's like free evidence. If I post a video like this where I only talk forward, they have not that much to go on, because as you know, this is all just like me doing a voiceover over the real guy that is wait, where am I going? Because as you know, this is just a voiceover over the real guy, my stunt double that is actually riding for me. So my job here is very easy. I'm just sitting at home in front of the microphone. So basically I'm adding just my voice and then wind noise, and then taking the guys like GoPro audio and just jävlar vilken wheelie straight. Yo, this is exciting. We need to do them street wheelies. But hey, this is reckless. This is so stable, man. We needed to do that just because of the video. Like, when you think about it, if Swedish people go to Germany, like, oh, Bike Life Germany, you know, if Swedish people go to Germany to ride recklessly, that makes no sense, because in Germany they're way more stricter. That in Germany you get fines for, like, you just pile up fines for doing stuff. So it's kind of sad. That's why, like, just now Germans have started to come to Sweden, which is epic. Men alltså what? Men alltså, nej, faktiskt. You didn't see me do anything, man. BLDH merch, man. Like, fuck, I love these shirts, man. Finally, I can be myself. Yoinks. Wheelies are nice, and Sweden is the paradise of wheelies, of course. Yes, everyone knows that. That's stated, obviously. There are, as you know, there are many types of wheelies, and the moral of this story is basically, in Sweden, like disclaimer Sweden, in Sweden, wheelies are a grayscale where they are legal or not. Oh, here's the gods! Öhlins! 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 Fucking headquarters of Öhlins. Like, these are perfectly safe wheelies, and when it comes roundabout you put it down so you can have perfectly control for anyone that's just wonder. Whoop. I met up with two cops and I asked them about how are your stance on wheelies. Obviously they don't want to be named and stuff, so I fucking understand that, but basically even the cops say that, like, when I present the possible wheelies, like in the middle of Sveavägen, in the middle of in the city. Woo! And I'm in the middle of the city driving super recklessly like this between cars, and then let's say you're like here in an open field where there's basically no cross sections, like crossovers, and like asking a cop, like, do you see any difference between those? Then we turn. This is just like a bicycle, and it's amazing. Also, making this turn like a fucking boss. Nice. So okay, I hope you learned something today, because as Mike on Bike says, there's always something to learn. I think he says like that. I don't know.
There's always something.
Disclaimer: this isn't any legal advice. This doesn't have to be the case for your country, in your state, in your whatever. Best thing is, if you like, I don't know, email the police, their customer service, and ask, like, what is the actual law about, like, wheelies, and ask like this: what's the law saying about, like, wheelies in the city and wheelies in the woods, like in the open stuff, you know. So you can have like two answers, because if you just ask about wheelies, then of course there's like oh, wheelies, that's not good. But if you ask it like about wheelie 1 and wheelie 2, then that can actually like increase your odds of getting a truthful answer, because as we know, it's all about like if the cops have gotten a good day or a bad day at work, because they can, if they just want to, fine you for recklessness in traffic. I looked at this place from Google Maps, so I know everything. I'm a dead end. Skirt! Ja, nej men thanks for watching this video, and stay safe, and do proper wheelies, practice wheelies where no one is around. That's the best case scenario. Other than that, look at my merch, link in the description. Oh. Hello.
Jävlar vad fin hoj.
Jävlar.